Leroy! Playtime's over, boy.
Hey, welcome back, fellow collectors, to Brave's Toy Review. I am your host, Brave. This is Super Sonico, and today we are taking a look at the SHFiguarts Bruce Leroy. No, I was playing Bruce Lee, and man, look at that figure. Let's get him out the packaging, shall we? All right, before I go any further, I'm just going to say I am such the fan of the work that SHFiguarts is doing. This figure is so Bruce Lee. The face sculpt, the sculpts of it all. Oh my gosh, they're killing it. So he comes with a number of accessories. He's got his nunchucks there. He's got his sticks there. He's got his staff there. Multiple hands here with the famous Bruce Lee thumb, right? He's got multiple replacement heads with really great likenesses of the actual Bruce Lee persona, and they really capture all the many different faces that Bruce Lee's done throughout his movies and stuff like that. If you are a Kung Fu movie fan, like I am a Kung Fu movie fan, and then you know that Bruce Lee is just where it's at. Where it's at, that's where it's at. Comes to you in this tray with his plastic all over him to protect his joints and such things. We're just going to take that shit off, though. And I very rarely do I take the plastic off of my Figuarts figures or my Figma, but in this case I will, because I just want to get him out there, dude. This is, oh my god, this is something that's so awesome right now. Can we do that wingspan thing? You ever seen the Bruce Lee movie where there's that huge wingspan? Is like his fucking lats are like that. Now these lats can't capture that, of course, but oh my god, look at that sculpt. The sculpt on this guy is fantastic, and just the paint, it's just ridiculous. Look at how well the undertones capture the leanness, the ripped muscles along his torso and abdomen area, and the airbrushing just really brings out his shoulders, his delts, his bicep. It's just, oh my god, look at that. Even down to the forearm area. It's freaking awesome. That face sculpt, look at that. If that's not Bruce Lee, I don't know who that is. Now, I originally when I saw this, I had issue with the way the pants were until actually getting in hand and seeing how they did it. This is a soft plastic here, a soft trouser portion over the crotch area, so it actually covers everything pretty well, and makes it look not as weird when he's doing the Bruce Lee kicks. Now the balance on this figure is not. Ooh. There we go. The balance on this guy is pretty miraculous. I mean, he can pretty much hold any pose that you put him in, and I just think that's sick. He's got detail here, even in the sole of the slipper deal there. Look at that. He's got a swivel there, a rocker. Along with that swivel, somehow it's a rocker in there, and I'm not even sure how they accomplished that. That's just ridiculous dope, man. Got a bend at the toe there. Bends at the knee with a typical SHFiguarts joint so he can get the knees up. You dig what I'm saying? Hips on a ball inside of here as well, so you get that rotation area there. Now, these joints on the shoulders are a bit different than what you typically see from SHFiguarts, and I like the way that they did it because he's a figure that's not going to be wearing clothing or a shirt or anything like that. So, yeah, I think to have all those joints on this just so apparent would be really ugly with what they were trying to go for. This is pretty freaking cool. That's pretty cool. Let's check out some of his other faces and stuff. So to change his head out, like with most of their other figures, separate the face there, and you'll have the pegs and the slots in the back there with the back of the head on a peg. In some cases, they'll give you a figure with full heads, but in this case, nah, they just gave you the face, which is fine. I'm cool with that because, for one, we don't need the same back like 3 times. Plus, it makes it easier to change the head when you don't have to pull the actual neck base out. So this is his fucking. This is actually his nunchuck face, right? Or his punch face, like, what the? Hey, man, I'm going to play with this a lot, bro. I got to make the sound effects. This is Bruce freaking Lee. So he comes with a bunch of hands. Just take the hands off there at the peg. Again, those slim pegs always scare me, but it's not really a big deal because SHFiguarts are pretty good with making them sturdy. And while I say that, let's hope I don't break this stem and really earn that toy breaking name I've been given by some fuckers. If this is not Bruce Lee, I don't know what it is. The ingenious of their work. Look at that. I mean, you would think this is like a statue and the way it's sculpted. I mean, the cuts are all perfectly done. As far as where they insert the articulation points, the cuts are perfect in the scope. And even the way they did the wrists on these, the wrist stems, whereas they're not so bulky, so there's not a huge gap in between the hands and the wrists for the articulation points. It's just fantastic. Fantastic. Look at that. How things line up when you put it back in place. That's just awesome, dude. The way he's actually able to hold these poses with his chukka. The intensity of the face sculpt is just ridiculous. So I couldn't help myself. I had to bring in an opponent. This is Bruce Lee. You can't have Bruce Lee on the stage and not have someone for him to knock the fuck out, right? So I had to bring in an opponent for him. So you can see where they are with the Dragon Ball Z. And I'm always raving about the sculpt work on the Dragon Ball Z figures, but you can see that the work that they've done here is just so surreal. It's just off the chart compared to what they've done with the Dragon Ball Z figures and even some of their other stuff. I think I would say he's on level with like their Star Wars stuff, and even in that case, I think he's just still a whole other level. I didn't think I was going to be so enthusiastic about this figure. I mean, I know I would like it as Bruce Lee. I'm a fan, but having a chance to put my hands on him and mess around with him, the figure is just so awesome. If you can get your hands on this one or the Figma one, I think I will get the Figma one now just because of how great this figure is. Please, I would recommend that you do so because this is a great figure, and I don't see that the value will stay at retail very long. Hey, this has been Brave's Toy Review. I am your host, Brave. Until the next time, this has been a quick look at SHFiguarts Bruce Lee.
Now, when I say, who's the master? You say,